The city never sleeps, but for Ethan Carter, this night was different. His heart pounded as he ran through the rain-soaked alley, his breath ragged. This was his last chance, and he knew it. Ethan wasn't always like this. He was once a promising entrepreneur, but a series of bad decisions and lost chances left him with nothing. He could hear the echoes of his past failures in every step he took. Tonight wasn't just another night. It was the night Ethan had to prove himself. He had one final shot at turning his life around, and he had to make it count. The envelope contained an offer, an investment deal, his last chance to redeem himself. But the catch? He needed to prove he was still capable. Ethan worked tirelessly. Days turned into nights. The city blurred around him as he focused on building something from nothing again. As he worked, memories of his past haunted him. His first startup, the excitement of landing his first client, and the crushing disappointment of watching it all slip away. He remembered the friends who had believed in him and the ones who had walked away. Regret gnawed at him, but he used it as fuel to push forward. One evening, as Ethan sat in a dimly lit cafe, exhausted, an old mentor, Mr. Holloway, approached him. "I see the fire in your eyes again, Ethan," he said, "but you need more than just passion. You need a plan." With guidance from his mentor, Ethan refined his business model, making it more sustainable and appealing to investors. Just when things started looking up, disaster struck. His main investor pulled out at the last moment. Everything was falling apart again. For a moment, Ethan felt the old despair creeping back. He stood on a bridge, staring at the city lights reflecting on the water. "Is it all worth it?" he muttered. But then he remembered all he had learned, the failures, the small wins, the people who still believed in him. He clenched his fists and turned away from the edge. Giving up was not an option. Ethan had two options: give up or push harder. He took a deep breath and chose to fight. Determined, Ethan secured one last meeting with a potential investor. Unlike before, he spoke with unwavering confidence. He didn't just sell his idea, he sold his story, his determination, and his resilience. The investor saw something special in him, something unstoppable. "Let's do this," they said, shaking his hand. With grit and resilience, he found a new investor, and his startup took off. His struggles weren't in vain. Ethan Carter was no longer the man who ran in the rain, escaping failure. He was the man who faced it head-on and conquered it. Life will throw setbacks your way, but resilience and persistence determine success. Failure isn't the end, it's a lesson. The greatest victories are forged in the fires of adversity. Never stop believing in yourself. Your last chance might be the only one you need.